amendments in House Property Chapter. Okay, 2 amendments in House Property Chapter. Okay, if you remember, we are discussing interest on housing loan for a self-occupied house property. Okay, interest on housing loan for a self-occupied property. We said if you satisfy so many conditions, you will get 2 lakhs. Maximum interest that we can allow is 2 lakhs. The list of conditions. The loan should have been taken after 1st April 99. It should have been for purchase, construction and not for repairs. And one important thing, the construction should be over within 3 years. Okay. So there they have now said, when you want this 2 lakhs, this construction time is now changed to 5 years. Yes, please come. Construction time has been changed to 5 years. Okay, now will this affect? Let's not worry about them, they'll settle down. 5 years, what is the significance of 5 years? When is House Property Chapter applicable? The year in which the house is ready. Right? If it is under construction, we never talk about house property. The house should be ready. So when we are talking about house being ready, so let's say 4 years down the line, the house is ready. Now from 4th year, you want to claim interest under section 24B. We are talking about 24B. When you want to claim, what will you check? When did I construct my house? Did I take 5 years? Did I take 4 years? Okay, 5 is also okay, 4 is also okay. If you have taken 4 to 5 years, then the good news is, from that year onwards, for you the limit is 2 lakhs. No, I have taken 6 years for construction, 7 years for construction, then you will not get 2 lakhs, you will get only 20,000. This figure is not being changed. Whenever you do not satisfy this condition here, the limit is 30,000. So once the house is ready, you need to check how many years you've taken for construction. If it is up to 5 years, you will get 2 lakhs limit every year. Every year till you repay the housing loan. 20 years housing loan you have taken. Every year the limit is 2. Okay, but if you have taken more than 5 years, then every year the limit is going to be 30,000. So this is one good news for the SSC. There is no big deal in this. The next one is important. The second amendment. Second amendment requires your little bit of knowledge. Okay, 25AA you had studied recovery of URR and 25B recovery of arrears. Okay, when you were IPCC, you had studied 2 sections. One is recovery of URR and one is recovery of arrears. What's the difference between the 2? This one was fixed and agreed between both of you, but somehow you didn't collect, bad debt kind of thing. But this one is a retrospective hike in the rent. Sometimes there is a litigation and they increase the rent retrospectively. So with respect to that litigation, you're receiving the arrears now. So at IPCC level, you had studied 2 sections, this one and this one. And if you remember, we had done something like this. Taxable amount is equal to new GAV minus old GAV. And if you remember, we never said that taxable amount is the amount received. Amount received is never getting taxed. New minus old is getting taxed. Why like that? In the past, there could have been a possibility that the expected rent was much higher than the actual rent received by you. So notionally, you might have already paid a tax on the expected rent. So once again, taking double taxation is not fair. So to consider that, this was the approach followed by the sections at IPCC level. New GAV. New GAV is based on that URR, ARR, that is arrears which is received. Based on that, compute a new gross annual value. Compare it with the old. That extra is getting taxed. But now, taxman is saying everything is merged into one section 25A. One single section for you, which is 25A. And this 25A will apply both for arrears as well as for URR. And three things this section is talking about. Three things. Okay, what are those three things? Taxable amount is equal to amount received. Second point, taxable in the year of receipt. Taxable in the year of receipt. And third point, standard deduction of 30%. This is what they are saying. Okay, so when you receive your URR or you have received your arrears, taxable amount is whatever you received, and then it is taxable in the year of receipt. Ownership is not the criteria. When did you receive the money in that year? Even if the house is not there, it is still getting taxed, and they are giving 30% standard deduction. How do you appreciate this? What's our reaction? Okay. Earlier for URR there was no standard deduction. For this there was standard deduction. So we should appreciate now both are enjoying standard deduction. Second thing, this is bad. Okay, amount received is getting taxed. Why is it bad? There is a possibility in the past you already paid tax on the basis of expected rent. And once again now, without considering that, they are simply taxing amount received. So if you get a simple question, nothing to panic. Whatever is received minus 30% is taxable. This is what we are planning to do. So if you get, because it's an IPCC level question, let's not solve it in the class. Okay? So these were the two amendments in house property. Done, everyone? Right. One was 3 years became 5 years, and the other one is two sections got merged into one, and the name of the section is 25A, and there are just 3 points about it. What are they? Taxable amount is equal to amount received, standard deduction 30%. That's it. So now let's move on.